Sinatra here. Lesson of the day, we're going to learn how to do a squat properly. So as you see, my son is doing the demonstrations. This is how he prepares his warm-up before squatting. There's a lot of dynamic movements. So a lot of these movements may be too difficult for most of you to do. So just kind of modify. You could stand on the ground and try to use something to balance yourself, and try to stand and sit on the bench and just kind of get the blood circulating in your quads. This is a single-legged deadlift. A lot of times what most people don't understand about the movement, you have to warm up the core muscles, you got to warm up the hips as well as the quads. Got to make sure everything is nice and loose, everything is open, not tight and firing, so that by the time you start your squats, your movement will function at maximum capacity. Again, this is a difficult movement. You may not be able to do the bar. You may have to start with a light pair of dumbbells or just try to do it without any weight. It all depends on your level. Okay, this movement warms up the shoulders, the delts and the upper back. Again, an area that most people would think is not so important for warming up, but obviously it's essential and it impacts how well you're able to squat. So this movement doesn't look as difficult or as complicated. So for most people, I would recommend just moving your arms with no weight at all, or use like a stick, something very light, and just get the reps. Another one of my son's warm-ups. Just working on range of motion, working on core stability. Squatting with the bar is a more advanced form of squatting. It's not like using a dumbbell or a kettlebell or a goblet squat. You have to position the bar right. You got to have a strong core, have maximum depth. So those of you that have been squatting, you could probably just start with the bar and just work on improving your technique. Those of you that are less familiar with the squat may want to start with something like a dumbbell or a kettlebell instead of a bar. I want to remind viewers that my son is a competitive powerlifter, so he doesn't do a lot of reps in his warm-up, but his form is meticulous. 1, 2, that's it. Good core stability. 3, excellent range. 4, good explosiveness from the bottom. Perfect. Solid. So this is your blueprint, people. Work on it. So my son is showing an alternative to barbell squats for those of you that may not be ready for it. This is called a goblet squat. You hold a kettlebell or a dumbbell to your chest under the chin. Same postural alignment, same core stability, same depth of range, just without a bar. So you can work on this movement, build your confidence, improve your technique, and then work your way up to a bar. So this is a kettlebell squat. This is an easier variation from the goblet squat. Instead of holding the kettlebell at chest height, you're holding it below the waist. Again, you focus on your depth. As the kettlebell makes contact with the ground, that's probably as deep as you're going to get. Shoulders back, chest up, good core stability, good depth of range, good breathing, very consistent. So this is the easier variation for most people that are not familiar with the squat. This may be your best way to start. Until you get comfortable, then you can go from the kettlebell squat to the goblet, and then eventually from the goblet you go to the barbell squat. So anyone looking to really develop their lower body and develop maximum power, I hope this video is helpful. Again, you have my son, who's my champion, give you the demonstration. He's got the blueprint. If you can model your form behind his, your results will be pretty much sick. All right, so go out there, get it done. Most importantly, handle your business, Mr. Natural. Out!